Football is a contact sport. No matter how big or small the injury might feel or seem at the time, the lasting effects could be very dangerous for them. We have seen many players go head to head during football because that's really how the game is set up. You are head to head, you bump into each other, you slide, some may slide with their head, they go head first, and even if it doesn't seem like that big of a deal or damage at the time, we have seen many players have horrible lasting effects from them, and it could be very dangerous for not only them, but for their families. So, with many contact sports like football, doctors and scientists come together and they try and find ways to make the sport less dangerous and more safe for these players because it's constantly players revolting and everything, and they want to make it a safer environment for these players so that not only that they could be safe but also they can last longer, they can keep loving and doing what they want and be safe. So with that in mind, people and the scientists and the doctors have created this cap called the Guardian Cap. And according to an article on ESPN, they have been used and officially came out into the sport area in 2015. But with the constant help and revamping and just more research on how that one didn't work and how this one works better, and the foam, the amount of the inches that need to be on it, and the impact that happens if it's less inches and everything like that, they have come up with a new type of helmet specifically for the NFL. And you may ask, what is a Guardian Cap? And so a Guardian Cap is a 12-inch foam layer that football players put on their helmet. So they have clips, it clips on, and it kind of leaves like this floating for not only more impact and like it's not head on with the helmet, but it also helps with neck injuries where you're pulling the helmet, it's not twisting, and there's more comfort for your head and your neck, which could alleviate a lot of damage in the past or future. So, with it being kind of a little bit more new in the NFL, they decided to make it mandatory in 2022 for all players who are playing in practice and training camp and anything that's not in season. They made it mandatory for all players. And since then, there has been a drop of 50% in concussions during training camp. With that research and results, the NFL saw that as an opportunity to kind of introduce the cap to the in-season play, where there's fans and everything. But they wanted it to make it optional and not mandatory. It might be mandatory in the future, which there has been talk about making it mandatory in the future, but just not yet. It's optional for right now, just to see how it goes and how even the results of in-season play affect the cap. So we have seen a lot of impact already. Specifically, there is this one tight end from the Colts named Kylen Granson. And he decided that he wanted to take precautions because he had concussions in the past, and he has seen that this Guardian Cap has helped him during practice and training camp, then maybe this could help him in real-time game. And even though it might not look good or anything, he really just wanted to be safe. And he said to a press conference that he thought it was going to affect play in the real game. But what he actually found out is that it doesn't. It actually made him feel more safer to make the do better in his sport and go more a little bit more like more, I guess, in his game. He in quote said, "I thought even if it looks silly, it's worth it. Because of all the concussions and brain injury that he has seen in the sport, he wanted to make himself have more comfort and impact and feel safer to play." According to an article on CBS, which is why like the research of the cap has played a very big part in not only bringing it into the NFL, because we saw the 50% drop in concussions just during preseason and training. They want to make it more reliable and more people wear it all the time. So according to an article on CBS, if one person wears the helmet, it will absorb 10% of the impact. But if two people wear it, it's 20%. And they're trying to push to have people wear it to make it a safer game. Thank you.